Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Woo! Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because, oh my God, that was a double twirl. Ah! I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2029, the album, Dad. Shimmy, shimmy, AF. Santa, can you hear me? I have been so good this year, and all I want for Christmas is blinded by the light. Had a douche and now I'm ready for a Saturday night. Boost! How are you guys doing today? Oh my God, listen, Linda. Every video for the last couple days, I've had enough for every video in the last couple days. No, I have had enough, but I have added a year to when the album will be released. Let me turn down my computer screen a little bit so it's not so bright in here, so glowy. And I need a little lip gloss. But every video that I've done, and I think like only one person caught on that I was doing it. It started off, I said 2024, then I said 2025, then I said 2020. What are we up to today? 2028 or 29 or something like that. I love when people say things in the comment section and they're like, I pre-ordered this album years ago. It's never coming out and stuff like that. Cracks me up. By the way, I have to tell you, yesterday I did this video and the video was about like the morality of James Charles and Colleen Ballinger. And whenever I discuss it, people saying that I feel that I am morally superior to James Charles and Colleen Ballinger. I mean, no lies detected there. And I hope the majority of you out there feel that you're morally superior to Colleen Ballinger and James Charles too, based on the things that they've done, right? So it was interesting. My favorite comment, I think, of all, okay, was somebody that put reaching, ... Reaching, talking about Colleen Ballinger with factual evidence, and James Charles talking about a video that he came out and self-proclaimed as a predator. Reaching. 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 I'm reaching for the drama. Defender. Defender. Name him. Name him. By the way, if you know what that was reference to, that's Sutton Strack from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Name him. Name him. Name him. Today on the Real Housewives of Peter Monn. Today on my new channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, I discussed my reaction to the first 3 episodes of the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the Real Housewives of New York Legacy, and I also talked about problematic Ramona Singer, and I also talked about Brandi Glanville and Meredith Marks. And so is Meredith Marks the one behind the messages? So if you'd like to hear me talk about reality TV, 1,000 Pound Sisters, things like that, go over to that channel. So yeah. So, I've been very, very busy today. And listen, I need a Diet Coke because I was up so late last night. I got my ice right here. See, if you come over to the house of Monn, this is what you get, okay? This is what you get. So you get you a little Tervis cup with some ice in it, and then you get a Diet Coke. Oh, this is what I was going to say. When I did this video yesterday, right, and it was a very serious topic, but at the beginning, I was telling some stories about my life, of my childhood and things like that. And I was talking about the Bonnie Bell lip gloss that had the metal roller ball on it. I was talking about the lip gloss that slides from side to side, or the lip balm that slides from side to side. You know, it'd be like cotton candy and root beer and one. You know, one side was one side was the other. And then I talked about my little terry cloth outfit and all that kind of stuff. The ratio of comments talking about childhood lip gloss, lip balm, and remembering those days of when Poltergeist came out and all that kind of stuff, compared to the amount of comments about James Charles and Colleen Ballinger, it's very obvious to me that people are over here for the story time. So I think in 2024, we're just going to say F the drama, and we're just going to be a story time channel. No, I'm joking. I'm going to continue talking about the drama. But I love that so many people, I mean, if you go through the comments, and it's like one comment after another talking about, oh my God, I remember that lip gloss. Oh my God, I have the same lip balm. You're taking me back to my childhood. Oh my God, I remember sitting on electrical boxes, swinging my feet and playing games in the cul-de-sac. It's so funny. I love that so much. It makes me so happy. So anyway, speaking of story times, let me tell you, I am trying to watch a bunch of new Christmas movies this year. Now that we're getting towards the middle of the week, Listen, I can't be talking on here for an hour today, okay? Because I got to go to my home group meeting tonight because Sunday was my 29-year sobriety birthday. So I'm going with my best friend and my sponsor tonight to my home group for my birthday. So anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying now. But anyway, oh yeah, so I've been watching all these new Christmas movies. I watched them all, okay? I've watched the Brandy and Heather Graham Best Friends one on Netflix. I watched The Holdovers, which is fantastic. And they are speculating that it's going to be nominated for a lot of Academy Awards. It is really, really good. I even bought the soundtrack. It's so fantastic. I have watched so many. I watched the Genie one with What's-Her-Face, Melissa McCarthy. It was okay. So last night, I'm like, I want to watch another Christmas movie. So I watched Candy Cane Lane that a lot of people have recommended to me. It's with Eddie Murphy. It's on Amazon Prime. It was really good. It is a fantastic family Christmas movie. I thought it would be real cheesy, and it is cheesy, but it's cheesy in like a happy family corny way. I loved it. It was really, really good. And then after that, I love Christmas movies where people get like snowed in and like a blizzard. So I Google searched Christmas movies where people get snowed in a blizzard. And guess what Christmas movie came up? Snowed In for Christmas, a Hallmark movie, and it's on Tubi, and I just said this on my other channel, but on Tubi, if y'all don't know what Tubi is, T-U-B-I, no, this is not sponsored, I'm just trying to help y'all out. Tubi is a free streaming service, okay? Free. They have some ads in there, but really not as many ads as Hulu that you pay for unless you have the Premiere, you know? Or the Premium or whatever it's called. So on Tubi, they've got all kinds of old movies and things like that, right? So anyway, I got them videos done. Did my Real Housewives video. I did a video on my Peter Does Stuff channel, putting together my best friend and my sponsor's Christmas presents for tonight. And then I did a Peterisms video about making friends. And now I'm doing this. Did I do anything else? I was going to do a BookTube video, but I might do that one tomorrow. And then I'm going to do my vlog right after I get done with this. So, people have been asking me to talk about two specific things, okay? Jaclyn Hill basically coming out and saying that Jaclyn Cosmetics is closing down without saying it, okay? In her newest video, and her newest video is called, hold on a second, My Go-To Glowy Glam. The first makeup video that we have seen from Jaclyn Hill in 4 months since she said she couldn't wait to get back to doing makeup videos on her channel. Congratulations, Jaclyn, for actually doing what you said you were going to do 4 months ago. Okay, so should we wait another 4 months for you to stop being a salesperson since you said that in the same video and you haven't stopped that yet? The makeup video has finally come, so is this stop being a salesperson thing going to happen next? I don't think so because Jaclyn Cosmetics is going under. And I have to tell you, the common theme, okay, of the DMs that I got from people, I think I was tweeted this too, is like, oh my God, Peter, you truly are the psychic of the world. You said this. It's not about me being the psychic of the world, guessing that Jaclyn Cosmetics is closing down, okay? It's called common sense. I am not a psychic. I am not an empath like Shane Dawson, okay? I am not that smart. I'm not that book smart, okay? But what I was gifted with is some, I almost said effing, but I'm trying not to in this video. I was gifted some common sense, okay? It doesn't take a brain scientist. See, I'm not book smart, okay? I think it's a brain science. What's your job? I'm a brain science, okay? No, Peter, it's a brain scientist. It doesn't take a brain scientist. Do we even call them that? I don't know what we call them that. A bit neurologists, neurosurgeons. It doesn't take a molecular engineer. Listen, Linda, okay? It doesn't take, what was that one that was on Montel Williams back in the day? She go, Montel, sounded like she smoked 5 packs of Reds. What was her name? Oh God, I just talked about her the other day. I'm having like such brain farts. I feel like, I hate that word by the way, brain farts, but it's the only thing that applies. It starts with an S. What is her name? Psychic, famous psychics. This is why I love the Google so much. What would you do without the Google? Her name starts with an S. What's her name? Why is it not bringing her up? Teresa Caputo, she's a fake. I saw her live. Marie Costello, Edward Casey. Oh, he's okay. Chip Coffee, who's that? I don't know who that is. What about that one, that girl, Sheila Jones? I don't know none of these people. Did y'all watch that documentary about Cleo? That was so sad. Tyler Henry, he's a fake. Sheila Jones, I don't know her. I don't know none of these people. June Fields, world's greatest medium and psychics. What was her name? She wrote books and things. The Other Side. Okay, why can I not remember this book? The Other Side Psychic Book. Sylvia Brown! Oh my God, Life on the Other Side. So little side note, okay? when I got sober, I have to see what year this book came out, because this probably would have been around the time that, like 2 years after I got sober or something like that. What year did this book come out? Let's see. Oh, no, this is the paperback version. It came out on, it says 2002, but that's not the original publication date. No. What's the original publication date? Okay. Life on the Other Side original she didn't just publicate. What are her other books? Maybe that's not what the book is called. This video. Y'all are like, we're here for Tana Mongeau. We're not here for Google searches. Just wait, it's coming. I think it's called The Other Side and Back. But anyway, whatever one of her books was, my sponsor at about 2 years told me I needed to go into this spiritual journey. I needed to figure out who I was as a person spiritually and all this kind of stuff, right? And he goes, what's your biggest fear? And I said, death. And he goes, and my mom at the time, she said that changes as you get older. You don't get so scared of that. And that is the truth. I will say that. I mean, you're still scared of it, right? But it's like not as bad as it was when I was younger. And so he's like, well, you need to find some kind of book that will address that. And then, you know, then we can start working on fear and, you know, and all that kind of stuff to find your spiritual growth. So the very first book that I ever read to lead me on my spiritual journey was that Sylvia Browne book where she talks about the other side. She talks about blueprints for your life and things like that. Now, it came out later that Sylvia Browne was the fake of the earth. I swore by her. I did. And then there was this episode of Montel where this woman stood up in the audience and she said, Sylvia, she goes, my husband died, but like they never found his body. And Sylvia goes, he's in water. And she goes, what? And she goes, he's in water. That's why they haven't found him. And the woman looks at him and she goes, my husband was a firefighter in 9/11 in the towers. And without missing a beat, Sylvia Browne goes, he was a firefighter. He was lost in the water. That's why they never found him. If you go and you Google search, I could probably do this right now. Y'all, this is like just what, like Peter Monn looking on the Google search. Okay, let's look on here right now, because I'm telling you right now, when I pull up the YouTube and I pull in here, Sylvia Browne fraud, this is going to come up. I can remember sitting there with my ex and we were watching it. And I was like, she is a fraud. I cannot believe it. Sylvia Prath comes up. Sylvia Likens, true crime. Sylvia Likens is from Indianapolis. Sylvia Browne, fraud. That's what's going to come up. Here it is. Sylvia Browne's 5 biggest fails. Epic cringe. It's one of those. You gotta, it's so sad. Okay, God. I used to love when we get our fountain pops and watch our recorded episodes of Sylvia Browne and Montel. I just couldn't after that. But anyway, what was I saying? So I watched this movie last night. Did I tell you that movie? So I Google searched. That's what I was talking about. Christmas movies that take place in blizzards. This is all what you come here for anyway. You don't come here for problematic Tana Mongeau or Jaclyn Hill closing our business. Or you do? Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. So anyway, I Google search Christmas movies that take place during blizzards. And this movie comes up and it's called, I guess you'll never guess. I think I already said it, didn't I? Snowed In for Christmas. It's on the Tubi. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's about this au pair, and the couple that she's an au pair for, they go to New York. They fly to New York overnight for a party, because that's a normal thing to do, right? And they live in like a neighborhood that looks like any suburb in Indianapolis, but they fly to New York for a party just for the night, right? Because that's what normal people do. And then they get snowed in New York City because of a blizzard, but she doesn't get snowed in, but they must live close enough to just fly to New York for a party overnight. But then his brother comes into town. There's like a strange brother that's like rich, and he's like the CEO of this major company. He can't hardly ever get off the phone. And then the kids, the 2 girls, are real sweet. They're always wanting to like go ice skating and make snowmen and all this kind of stuff. And then of course she falls in love with him, and she's a social media marketer. It's called Snowed In for Christmas. Oh my God, I was crying in that movie. I don't know what is wrong with me. But now I'm all cried out and I'm ready to be nasty and shady. Okay, so let's talk about this first of all. I started getting DM'd about all this. So you can all timestamp this video. It starts at 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay, so for the official timestamp channel out there. Okay, or the unofficial timestamp channel, or the Judy Smith timestamp channel, or whoever you are out there. Okay, y'all, 14 minutes. Let's just go with 14 minutes. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Okay. Like, I don't watch a lot of Jaclyn Hill videos unless people send them to me, okay? So I start getting all these messages from people telling me, here, all this Sylvia Browne crap. I'm going to look this up later and be like, why was I talking about Sylvia Browne? This is what happens when you get older, right? Remember when your grandma or your mom, like, they look at you, you know, and your name's like Sally Joe, but then they go like, they call you every name of every sibling, every aunt, every cousin, and every dog they've ever had before they get to your actual name. You know what I mean? That's kind of like where my mind's at these days. That happens as you get older. No, true story, it does. But anyway, so I don't usually watch. So like I look on here at Sylvia Browne and be like, what were you looking at Sylvia Browne for? You going to buy one of her books? Who are you going to buy a book for Sylvia Browne? God, did you forget to get somebody something for Christmas? Who are you going to get something for Christmas? You got everybody on the Christmas list. Who did you forget? God, it's going to be really embarrassing to show up to Christmas and that one person doesn't get a gift. Who didn't you get a gift for? Should I go and buy everybody a second gift? That way I have a gift for everybody in case I forgot to get somebody. Who is I going to buy that Sylvia Brown book for? See, that's what happens to my mind, okay? What is going on? So anyway, I don't watch these Jaclyn Hill videos unless people send them to me, okay? Well, I got this DM. Hold on a second. And this DM said, sounds like she's closing her cosmetics. Other comments are also asking the same thing. She also said she's backstocked on her powders and she doesn't know what they would do when she runs out. Somebody else sent me a message, or they tagged me in it, and they said, well, she said it in her new video at 8 minutes and 35 seconds. You were right. So I go in here and I watch this video of her, and it's my go-to glowy glam. And I watch the 8-minute mark because I don't really care to watch, how many minutes is this video? 21 minutes? I don't care to watch Jaclyn Hill do 21 minutes of makeup that she don't really care to do anymore. So she did. I do think it's interesting that Jaclyn Hill, I just said she don't never do makeup videos because she don't care to do makeup anymore because she's closing her brand. And then she comes out with a video like 2 days after that, 3 days after that, and she does a makeup video and she kind of hints at the fact that she's closing her brand in there. Well, she don't really hint it. She says it. So in this video, at about the 8-minute, thank you, who sent this to me? I just want to say a special thank you to this person that tagged me on this on the Twitter, because that saved me so much time. So I want to say, Mary, thank you so much, Mary, sweet Mary, okay? So I go in here and I watch this video. Well, at this point, she's like using this blush and stuff like that. She's like, now listen, I'm just paraphrasing it, okay? Because if I play it on here, even though it's fair use, listen, I ain't dealing with Jaclyn Hill, okay, and her antics. So anyway, so she says in there something about, I'm sad when this goes away because I won't be able to get it anymore. I'm sad when it's, and then she says something like, when it all is gone. And then she goes, but, you know, this is what has to happen. And it's time for me to pull on my big girl pants. That's almost an exact quote. And she goes, and move on with my life or something like that. And I'm like, oh, so now, okay, you got to dissect this, okay? You got to translate this into Jaclyn Hill language, right? So, like, 6 months from now, when people are like, Jaclyn never said she was closing the brand down. Like, remember when she said she was a CEO? She still says that, right? But, like, remember when all this stuff that she says, and then she goes, well, I came out and I addressed it, and she never really addressed it. So, like, 6 months to a year from now, when she comes out and she goes, I announced that I was closing my brand. Remember this video, okay? The go-to glowy glam, when she talks about this powder that you're not going to be able to get anymore, okay? And that it's all going to be over, but that's kind of what has to happen because she got to pull on her big girl pants. She going to go back to this video and she's going to say, this was the video where I announced that Jaclyn Cosmetics was closing down. This is the video, girl. Why didn't you you did a video talking about closing your other brands. Why didn't you come out with a video called Jaclyn Hill's closing down? Because you're trying to sell off every bit of that shit makeup, okay, before they close the brand down, which I think is, I said, final quarter, okay? So she will be announcing at the beginning of the year probably. I think she'll wait till the beginning of the year because she wants to get the Christmas and the New Year sale. Right after Christmas, Jaclyn Cosmetics will do a huge sale, okay? It will be a huge sale like you've never seen before. And it'll be like everybody, you know, buying stuff up right after Christmas with their money that they got. She's going to wait for that, okay? So they can make as much money as they possibly can. And then right after the New Year, because they'll have already closed it down, right? So at the last quarter. So right after, this is business. Y'all have to remember this, okay? And then the New Year, after the New Year, she'll come out with a video and be like something like new year, new me, something like that. And it'll be like, the closing of Jaclyn Cosmetics, and she'll talk about it being a new chapter in her life and that she's just really not that interested in doing this kind of stuff anymore. She don't want to be a CEO anymore. She won't say she wasn't the CEO. She'll say she's not interested in being a CEO. It was never her dream. She'll go back to that again. She will not come out and be authentic, okay? She'll play it all off like she was always the CEO at the same time, that this was her decision when we know that it was Forma Brand's decision to close Jaclyn Cosmetics down. The legal documents show that she has no controlling factor over Jaclyn Cosmetics, okay? She's not a partner in it. She's not the CEO. She's not the CFO. She's nothing with Jaclyn Cosmetics, okay? So when she comes out and says that they're closing, it's because Forma Brands decided that Jaclyn Cosmetics was no longer lucrative to them. I'm not entirely sure that Forma Brands won't be closing down completely, except for that I think they're still making a lot of money off of Morphe, okay? But other than that, I think they might close down. I think they only have 3 brands at this time now anyway, you know? It's like Lipstick something and Jaclyn Cosmetics and Morphe. So they might close the other one down and just be Morphe going forward, and then we might see Morphe close down in 6 months to a year. That might be the next one coming. I have to speculate. And then Forma might just close doors completely, okay? Because they're not making any money. They restructured. Jaclyn Cosmetics, Morphe, and this other brand, they're not making Forma any money, okay? So Forma is probably just not doing great. I mean, I have to just guess, right? And so they're eventually going to close doors. Getting rid of Jaclyn Cosmetics is the first thing, okay? And then Morphe will be the next one that we'll hear about down the road that's closing. And I think that will be 6 months to the end of next year that Morphe will close doors as well. I think what will happen is we'll start seeing a slowing down of things with Morphe, and then we'll see that Morphe is closing down too. Unless they also announced in January that Morphe is closing as well. That will surprise me because we haven't really heard any hints of that, but it would make sense from Forma's point of view if they were just going to dissolve the company completely and just save their losses. So this is her basically announcing that they're closing down the brand without her coming down and announcing it. She wants people to get interested in it, so this is her hinting at it so that people will talk about it, and then when people are talking about it, they're like, oh, it's Christmas, I'm going to be getting money for Christmas, I'll have extra money from Christmas bonuses and things like that. Jaclyn Cosmetics, she's acting like this stuff's not going to be around anymore. I'm going to buy as much of it as I possibly can. That's what she's saying in the video, okay? The next video will be, it's closed down. That will be the next one. But it won't be like, this is the saddest thing of my life. I can't believe I invested all of my money into this. This was a family-owned business, things like that. I would love for Jaclyn to be able to come out and be honest enough to say, I never owned Jaclyn Cosmetics to begin with. I was never the CEO of Jaclyn Cosmetics. I was lying to you guys because I wanted the story to go with it. That was what I was told to do. I sold them the intellectual rights. So at the beginning, I was the CEO of Jaclyn Cosmetics, but I sold those rights over to Forma. They took over. The lipsticks were never my fault. But she can't say that because then that would display even further what a huge liar she is when she's talked about the formula she's put together, the colors that she's picked out. And she may have done those things. As that creative person, they may have brought her on to do those things, right? Not come up with formulas, but pick colors and names. Yeah, I think that she did have something to do with all of that, right? But she can't come out and say the rest because she's played it off for the last couple years, and it's a family-owned business that she put her own damn money into it. Well, how much money? $3,000, $5,000, $10,000? How much did you make from selling this to Forma brands, okay? And now you're not making any money for it. So this is Jaclyn coming out and closing it. When you read the comments underneath here, it's interesting. I went to the newest ones first before she could delete them. I will go look in here in a second and see if she's deleting comments. But this was from probably, I've been on here now 22 minutes, so this was probably 30 minutes ago. The first comment, because it was from 5 minutes ago, says, am I the only one confused why she's changed Jaclyn Cosmetics will be gone? Her video only discussed the other brands and that she was going to focus on makeup. Not the one is shutting down too. And then somebody said, wait, what did you mean your blush will be gone? Are your whole makeup line going to disappear? I need answers. And somebody said, did I miss something? Is Jaclyn Cosmetics for sure going away now? And it just goes on. Wait, did I miss something? Are you closing down your cosmetic line also? Wait, is she closing her makeup brand too? There's a lot of why they're gone talk about her products. Oh my God, blah, 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 goes on. I mean, all these people are talking about, I'm shocked at how little people are reacting to your hints that Jaclyn Cosmetics brand is also closing. I know the other brands were, but did I miss something? No, it's not a sustainable brand. We know that. Jaclyn Hill has no following anymore that's going to buy her products to a sustainable level of making income for that brand. I mean, she hardly ever posts videos. That's her brand. So that's her marketing, okay? So if she's not marketing and filming videos, and she's been doing these Jaclyn's Journey videos, which aren't makeup sellers, okay? So if that's the case, then the only way that she's going to make money is off of Amazon affiliate links, which is why she's got that linked underneath her Instagram story, even though she said she didn't want to be a salesperson. It's really the only major source of income, and I didn't even look on this video. Well, first of all, let's go in here and look in the comments, and then I want to look and see if she has non-disclosed ads on this video. Hold on a second. Let me get to the comments real quick. Okay. That was the one from 5 minutes ago. I want to see if she probably isn't deleting comments because she probably wants people to talk about it. Oh, wait, that's the first comment in 29 minutes? Am I the only one confused why she's saying Jaclyn Cosmetics will be gone? Her video only discussed the other brands and that she was going to focus on makeup. Now that one is shutting down too. So she's holding videos for review is what she's doing because, wait, my volume just came on. She's holding comments for review so that she can review them. So then, is she letting those comments go through that people will speculate? I don't know. Let's look at the description box and see if she disclosed appropriately on here. Excited to be partnered with D'Alba for today's video. Though their white truffle first spray serum has become a staple in my everyday glam routine. You can shop it using the link below, XO. So this is a non-disclosed sponsorship. She doesn't disclose it appropriately. Hold on a second, I want to look at something because it has to be above the more bar. Does she have it above the more bar? No, she does not have it above the more bar. So she did not disclose it appropriately per the FTC. This is a huge violation, okay? She said she's partnered. That does not let people know that this is a sponsored video. She has to say, this is a sponsored video, okay, on this. She has to say, you know, whatever. And I'm sure she said it in the video too, but she has to be very clear. It has to be clear and conspicuous, and she has to make sure that people understand that this is a sponsored video underneath here. Then she links all these links. Are these affiliate links? Let's go in here and look. This is how you do it. You go to this thing. This is her R Style. So when you go to the R Style link, you can look. It has Jaclyn's link on the bottom of it. It says link share. Okay, so she has underneath here for R Style 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're all R Style. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, so she has 23 non-disclosed links in there, plus a sponsorship, which she could be charged more for, let's just say 24. So 24 times $50,000, she could be fined for this video $1.2 million for non-disclosing. She doesn't disclose affiliate links appropriately. We know that she knows because she just made a joke about it in the TikTok that she did with Kat Stickler the other day. When you go underneath there, it says subscribe, shop my comfort and jewelry brand here, closing soon, my Amazon storefront, connect with me, Instagram, TikTok, business inquiries only, Jaclyn, Roxanne, and her email, I am no longer booking clients. Some links provided above are affiliate links. I am compensated based on some affiliate purchases. Thank you for supporting me always. So this is not where it goes. She knows that. I've talked about it 500 times in my videos. It is not disclosed appropriately. She is a fraud. She lies to her audience, and she doesn't disclose appropriately, and she can't even get in the video and saying she's closing down her own damn brand that she said was a family-owned brand for all these years, okay? Jaclyn, pull your shit together. Give your audience that has supported your business, supported your brand, supported your lifestyle of driving $200,000 cars, living in a mansion in Florida, having so many effing purses that you don't even know what to do with, on and on and on, that has afforded you this amazing lifestyle. At least be honest with them, okay? They've given you all that. At least be thankful for them, that you can at least be honest with them. So that's what I think about the Jaclyn Hill thing. So many people want to know what I have to say about that. This is going to stop in like 2 minutes. So before I get into Tana Mongeau, I'm going to stop this. I had to pause for that. Okay, so let's get into this Tana Mongeau thing, because to be honest with you, I knew Jaclyn Cosmetics was closing down. I knew she didn't disclose appropriately on that affiliate link. First of all, I just want to tell you, it is kind of like an influencer no-no that you don't do a sponsorship when you do affiliate links in the same video. It is such a bad look, okay? It basically says, I'm going to try to make as much money on this as I possibly can. I'm going to do affiliate links. I'm going to do a sponsorship. I'm going to do affiliate codes, okay? It is such a bad look, number one. Number two, to not disclose the sponsorship when she says, I always disclose sponsorships appropriately. No, Jaclyn, actually, your words are, I am excited to be partnered with D'Alba for today's video. What does partnered mean with, okay? I don't know what that means. Let's look up the word partnered by definition. Partnered. If I did not know what that word meant, to be the partner of. So are you now the partner of D'Alba, whatever it is? Are you a paying partner? Are you a profiting partner? Are you part of the company? That's what the definition of is, to be partnered with. Associate or work together as partners. Okay, so you're associating and working with them. So that means you're being compensated for that. Well, you have to disclose that. If you're making money off this, you have to disclose that in the comment section below. Furthermore, let's go into this video and see if she did the paid promotion at the beginning of it. I hope to God she did, because that is the one thing that's the easiest thing to do, because it's literally a box you check per YouTube. If she didn't, it's a YouTube violation. But I have to believe, I'm actually going to go all the way out here. Oh my, I got Smoky Mountain Christmas pulled up. I got Kmart in-store Christmas music, vintage 1974 pulled up. I got vintage, retro vintage Christmas cartoons pulled up. Let's go in here and pull up YouTube. Jaclyn Hill's newest video. I want to see if she marked that thing, because that's a violation of YouTube, just so you know. Okay, so here's the ad. Okay, now we're going into the video. Oh, it includes paid promotion. Well, thank God for that. Well, that was one thing that she did, okay? But I will tell you, I was watching this TikTok the other day because I was talking a lot about it, and somebody sent me this TikTok because I was talking a lot about the paid promotion thing. And they sent me this whole article that said, okay, that protects YouTube, but it doesn't protect the influencer. It's not enough, okay? So she needed to disclose it more appropriately in the link below. She did not disclose the sponsorship appropriately. She absolutely 100% did not disclose these affiliate links appropriately at all. And she didn't even come out and say that her brand was closed, and we know that it was. But are we surprised by Jaclyn Hill? I'm not. Okay, so let's go into the next thing. So I started getting all these messages. As you can see as I move screens, can you see the light change on my video? I'm such an editor of the world, aren't I? Okay, is that the best one? Okay, that's my thumbnail for today. It says my best friend's Christmas presents. Me holding up a bunch of bags. Okay, so let's go into this Tana Mongeau thing. So I got this email. I got so many people in my video from yesterday asking me to talk about Tana Mongeau at the Steamy Awards. I watched literally about 10 minutes of the Steamy Awards, okay? I didn't watch no more of it than that, you know? I watched 10 minutes of the Steamy Awards and I just was like, I can't with all this. So, first of all, I just want to say this. A lot of people are asking me to talk about Tana Mongeau's being inebriated at the Steamies. I didn't watch enough of that to know it, but the part that I did watch where she defends James Charles or addresses James Charles, she seems completely inebriated, okay? So I said in my video the other day, I just kind of threw her out and I said something about, you know, I think that she was trying to be sober or whatever, blah, 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 the other day, and I saw that she put some tweets out about it or something. People were retweeting about she was making jokes about her behavior at the thing or whatever. How old is Tana Mongeau now? Is she like 24? Tana Mongeau age. I was 22 and a half when I got sober. I just want to see how old she is. Put it in perspective for me. Age. Oh, she's 25, it says. Okay, what's her birthday? She is 25. Her birthday is June 24th. Oh, hey, okay, girl, we're close. We're both Cancers. So she's 25 years old. So here's the thing. I said in my video the other day something about she was trying to stay sober this summer. Is she? Every video of hers is like, I'm blacked out in Morocco with my best friend and we're eating Taco Bell at 3 o'clock in the morning. Girl, those videos, I don't know, contribute something to the world positively, please, Tana Mongeau. Okay, this shit, it's like, okay, at 20, 21, to the people that are watching you that are that age, it's funny for them, I guess. At 25, it's kind of sad, honestly. And so, whatever. But I said that in a video the other day about, I didn't know if she was sober, if she's not, but why is she doing these videos? I got several comments from people who are like, Tana Mongeau is sober. She did this whole sober journey. You should feel sorry for her, blah, 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 whatever, okay? I take responsibility for my sobriety. I just did an hour and 15-minute video talking about my sobriety birthday the other day. I don't put that on anybody, okay? If I ever pick up out there, that is nobody's responsibility or fault except for my own. I own my sobriety. I own all that. I don't put that off on somebody else, okay? Not my fault Tana Mongeau wants to do a video. Here, you don't believe me? Let's go in here and pull up Tana Mongeau's YouTube channel. Let's go look at these titles, okay, that I was reading off in my video the other day. And people are like, Tana Mongeau is sober. Tana Mongeau, she wasn't sober on that show the other night. Not one bit. Here she goes. Blackout drunk. Get ready with us in Mexico, the sequel. That was 2 months ago, okay? Hold on a second. Pull up her channel here. Here's her videos, okay? That people want to say that I'm coming for Tana Mongeau. Blackout drunk, get ready with us in Mexico, the sequel. Another pointless blackout drunk Cabo vlog 3 months ago, okay? And then it goes on and on and on. She's got pictures of her holding drinks, all this kind of stuff, okay? That was from 7 months ago. So she stayed sober, what? She wasn't sober on the show. I didn't tell her to go on the show, okay, and do whatever she was doing. I didn't tell her to wear a t-shirt defending Trisha Paytas and all that kind of stuff. But I will tell you this. Before I watch this scene that somebody sent to me, and I can tell you where it's sent because they sent me this email. It is at the 1 minute, 25 minute mark and 30 seconds. When I watch this, about this part where she apparently, like, kind of says her side about James Charles, I was going into this because I have to be honest with you. I was like, okay, Ethan Klein said to her, you know, something. She goes and called her out for supporting James Charles, okay? Which I was happy about. And then she said she would call in at any time and disavow James Charles. That has never happened, okay? So I was going to watch this, and I was like, if Ethan Klein backs down from this, like, I'm done. Like, okay, then Ethan, then you, all this shit that you want to stand behind talking about Colleen Ballinger, talking about James Charles. You don't give a shit about anybody either. All you care about is the views and the clicks too. But no, he held her to the wire. Now, I don't know why he ever had Tana Mongeau on this show, okay? Tana Mongeau is a predator protector supreme, okay? A predator protector supreme. He proved this on the show with her. I would have looked at her because she's like, I don't know what you want to say. And I would have looked at her and said, well, Tana, you need to leave my show, okay? First of all, I said it months ago when people asked me, and I'll say it now, okay? If I was on that show with Tana Mongeau or met her or whatever, my first thing to say to her was, Tana Mongeau, how can you continue to support James Charles? Okay, I don't need to have no niceties with Tana Mongeau. I don't think that highly of the girl to begin with, okay? And when people want to sit there and say things to me like, well, she's not emotionally developed. She's 5 years old. She is a grown-ass woman, okay? Her emotional development has stopped. Trust. You go research that, okay? She is making her own choices. What she is saying to the world is, I don't give a fuck, okay? Well, at some point, it's going to bite her in the ass. Because I just don't think people are that interested, okay? At 25 years old, her audience is lagging behind her a little bit. But when she's 28, 29 years old, okay? I mean, who is wanting to watch somebody be blackout drunk, okay, on a trip to Cabo with all their girlfriends at 28 years old? I don't know a lot of people. Most people that I know that are that age are career-driven, engaged in relationships, or if they're single, they're doing things with their friends, going out to dinners, they're involved in, fundraisers and charities and things like that. Okay, I mean, I don't know this spring break. Is Tana Mongeau just her life all about spring break or something like that? I'm confused, okay? So whatever, but she needs to do what she needs to do. But she got on this thing, right? And she made a t-shirt, or had a t-shirt on defending Trisha Paytas or saying something about Trisha Paytas, okay? On Ethan Klein's show, which was basically an FU to Ethan Klein. She knew she was doing that, right? But it also said something like Trisha Paytas' side or something, right? Okay, so I'm watching this go down because here's the email that I got. Let me read it to you. Okay, I won't say the person's name, but the subject title is Tana Mongeau defends James Charles at H3 live show. Hi, Peter. I don't listen, to be honest with you. I don't have 4 hours to watch this stupid ass award show. I don't really care. I was like looking at the audience. I was like, who is coming to this award show? I mean, I have watched Ethan Klein's podcast from time to time. I find him enjoyable. I think he has a lot of right takes on things, and I'm glad that he holds people accountable. But then you have Tana Mongeau on your show as a co-host. Why? Why didn't you just have Corey DeSoto up there for Colleen Ballinger? I mean, to me, it's the same thing, okay? You have James Charles, one of his friends, okay, that she says they're just civil. But you got one of his friends up there, okay, that's a predator protector, and you've ridden so hard for James Charles. Why don't you just have Corey DeSoto up there that's Colleen Ballinger? My husband just walked in the door. I was like, I saw lights come through. I was like, oh my God, I'm scared of... What's going on?
Hi.
Hey. So anyway, why don't you just have Corey DeSoto up there, Colleen Ballinger's friend, okay? Or why don't you have up there Daniel Prada and all them people? Oh, you made nice with Manny MUA too. Manny MUA is a predator protector too. Why don't you just have up a whole lineup of predator protectors, Ethan? Okay? That just, to me, like, you lost some integrity as far as I'm concerned. So is it a joke to you, or do you really care about this stuff? Because he keeps on going on and on and on in this clip about, like, how can you defend James Charles to Tana Mongeau? He fucks kids and all this kind of stuff. He says it. I'm not saying it. He says it. I've said that on not that exact thing, but he says it on his podcast. But then you got a friend that's defending him, allowing him to continue to have a platform, being in his PR video for his new makeup line, using his makeup on your show. I'd kick her off the show right then. I'd be like, no, you're done. You're off my show, okay? So here's the email that I got. You see how edited I am? My husband taking the dog out, things like that. Okay, here's the email I got. Hey, Peter, I really hope you're well. This is the first time I've emailed you before, so I hope this reaches you. I'm sure there have been many people flagging this topic to you, but in case there hasn't been, I wanted to let you know about a topic that might interest you for a drama video sometime in the future. I just finished watching your video on moral superiority in relation to Colleen Ballinger and James Charles and thought this topic would connect quite well. Last night, the H3 Podcast had a live show in LA and streamed it to their YouTube page as well. I've been a longtime fan and always stay up to watch their live shows despite the late hours here in Canada. Last year at a similar show, Ethan got Jeff Wittick and Tana Mongeau to co-host with him, and they decided to do the same thing live this year. Tana was acting quite inappropriately during the show and was visibly and audibly very inebriated. She kept making very problematic jokes, no surprise there, and interrupting the other hosts as they tried to speak. The peak of Tana's embarrassing problematic behavior came when... This is like a really well-written email, by the way. It's like a business email. The peak of Tana's embarrassing problematic behavior came when the topic of James Charles came up. Tana began to call out members of the audience, praise Charles' makeup, and despite the host around her trying to get her to denounce James' actions, she kept on saying that she wanted to keep things civil, and this is exactly what happened. I don't even need to recap it. And that his eyeliner is so pigmented. Despite being very critical of what she's saying and how she was acting, I'm pretty worried about her using in her mental health because her behavior was very worrying. Tana Mongeau has enough people to worry about her. It is not my job as a drama commentary channel to reach out to Tana Mongeau. I don't have her phone number. I don't follow her on social media, okay? So fans of Tana Mongeau, y'all reach out to her, okay? She has a lot of friends around her, a lot of people around her. She's got Ethan Klein that just had her on his podcast. Go leave that message on Ethan Klein's podcast. I'm not saying it's the person that left me the message. I'm just saying for the people that are going to come over here and be like, you shouldn't be talking about Tana Mongeau. You should be worried about her. There's a lot of people that are drunk on award shows. You want me to reach out to every single one of them because I'm a sober person? She got a lot of people around her that can reach out to her if they're worried about her. Ethan Klein, for one, he had her as a co-host on his show. He saw firsthand that she was problematic and inebriated. If anybody can reach out to her, it can be Ethan Klein and his wife, Ela. Not my job. I would love to hear your opinions on the way Tana was acting during the show, and especially the things she said about James. I will send a link and a timestamp to that part of the H3 livecast. Tana starts defending James Charles at around the 1 hour, 25 minute mark, 30 second, ends about 5 minutes later. Thanks so much for always entertaining us and speaking your truth on both problematic influencers and recovery. As a person in very early recovery, I've been getting a lot out of your videos lately. Aw, that's so sweet. Congratulations to you. And I really love the ways you apply your experience with 12-step programs to your critique on influencers. It helps me learn and process what I'm learning in my own recovery in a tangible way and apply those lessons to my own behavior, pointing me in the right directions to change for the better. Much love and appreciation to you. Take care, O. So thank you so much, O, and congratulations to you on your sobriety as well. That's amazing. And just another proof that we do recover, you know? This is what I have to say about it. Okay, Tana Mongeau goes on. She says this whole thing about being civil. She's civil with James Charles. She's like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, I want you to denounce him. And she's like, I mean, what do you want me to do? We're civil. And then she looks at the audience and she goes, did you ever have anybody that you like fought with for a really long period of time? Like you never got along with them? And they're like, yeah. They're like, oh. And she's like, okay, but then like you just want to be civil to them to get along with at a party and whatever. And she's like, and that's where I am with James Charles. No, girl, you were in a PR marketing video for James Charles, okay? You were in a PR marketing video and did all this other kind of stuff and you're promoting his makeup. You're a predator protector, Tana Mongeau. Hands down. It's not a joke, okay? Ethan Klein painted it very clear for you, okay? There were real victims. Is this a joke to you, Tana Mongeau? Your audience is young. Those boys could have been audience members to you. So you think so low of the people, the age group that watches your videos, that you think it's a joke when this stuff happens to them? That it's better for you to be civil to James Charles than to hold him accountable? So you ask Ethan Klein, and Ethan Klein just kind of let it go and laughed it off a little bit after holding you accountable because he knew he wasn't going to get no real answer from you, okay? So I'll tell you, Tana Mongeau, what I want from you. Since you're one of the longest standing predator protectors of James Charles, I want you to come out and unfollow him on all forms of social media, okay? I want you to stop promoting his makeup, which puts money in his pocket, which gives him a platform to continue to further hurt other people, okay? Like Ethan Klein said on the show, there was just an allegation where he was in somebody's DM saying age check, okay? James Charles is 24 years old. He should not be in anybody's DMs asking for an age check. You co-signed that, Tana Mongeau. You're okay with that. You got in your podcast when it was appropriate and trendy for you to call him a predator, but now you want to be civil with him so that you can get along with him at a party, okay? These are these influencer parties that these drama channels out there, it's so fucking important to them to go to, okay? That they don't hold none of these people like Manny MUA accountable. They got Manny MUA, predator protectors up in their videos and don't nobody effing care, and they don't hold those people to the grind like I do, okay? But they're getting, tons of views and getting all this kind of stuff, and it's real important to get invitations to influencer parties. Invitations, like Tana Mongeau proved, where you have to be civil to each other at those parties, right? Okay, which means you can't be unbiased as a drama channel talking about those things when you want to go to those parties and be civil with those people, okay? Which is why it's such a huge issue to have a predator protector in a video of yours. By the way, let me just put that one right back in there again, okay? Furthermore, let me just get to this, okay? My husband just went like this. Furthermore, let me just get to this, okay? Why do you take such an issue with Colleen Ballinger, okay? You got on Trisha's podcast. You have ridden so hard for Colleen Ballinger, all right? As have I. But I hold James Charles equally accountable, okay, for his actions. Why is it you ride so hard for Colleen Ballinger, okay? So is the next move going to be if Colleen Ballinger is at a party that you're at, when you've come out and said horrible things about her, okay? You said on the live show, do you want me to call him the P word? Is that what you want? You've said it before. Why can't you say it now? Because you're goody-goody with James Charles? But you have no issue, okay, coming out, talking about on Trisha Paytas' podcast and on your podcast and everything else, Colleen Ballinger and how problematic she is and how everybody should unfollow her. James Charles and Colleen Ballinger have almost identical, okay? Identical allegations. And in all honesty, okay, James Charles is a self-proclaimed predator that came out. Did you read the messages that he was asking for sexual interactions with minors, okay? I'm not defending anything that Colleen Ballinger did, but let's talk about what James Charles did. I mean, girl, okay? I mean, like it's almost kind of worse if you want to know the truth, okay? It doesn't go to the depth and the length of Colleen Ballinger and what she did, but like what he was saying to these people, I mean, girl, seriously? Like, you have no credibility whatsoever. You are a joke. You are an absolute joke, Tana Mongeau. And you know, this person, I can't remember her name, but I love her so much. She covers my videos from time to time. And I was talking about Trisha Paytas and Tana Mongeau and how disappointed I was about them saying something in a video or that podcast. And she said, why can't I not remember her name? I love her so much. I feel like I need to give her a shout out. Hold on, let me look through my DMs because she sends me DMs every once in a while. Why can't I not remember her name? See, this is where it is so problematic to be having brain farts. Audra Raines. I love you, Audra, so much. This girl speaks the truth, okay? And Audra came out and she did a reaction to my video. This is where people are like, you can't take criticism. Girl, she criticized the hell out of me in this video and I lived for it. Audra, hey Audra, how are you doing, girl? Audra said in this video, okay, where I was talking about being disappointed in Tana Mongeau and Trisha Paytas, she goes, why are you disappointed? Are you surprised? Are you surprised by anything that these two people do? You should not be surprised by anything that Tana Mongeau and Trisha Paytas do. They are not people of integrity. And they're not. Tana Mongeau goes where the views and the subscribers go. She has no integrity. She does not care. So when she comes out and talks about Colleen Ballinger, know that she only cares about that at that moment. It's not because she gives a shit about the victims. It's not because she gives a shit about what Colleen Ballinger did. It's because it's a trendy topic that's going to get her a lot of views and keep her relevant. That was the weirdest thing. My camera just stopped out of nowhere. I don't know why. Anyway, so Tana Mongeau, okay, only talks about Colleen Ballinger when it's convenient for her because it's a trendy topic to talk about, and she knows she's going to stay relevant and get a lot of views and clicks, and people are going to be like, yes, Tana's saying the right thing about Colleen Ballinger. Who isn't saying the right thing about Colleen Ballinger except for the fucking super fans, okay? That just are undying fans of Colleen Ballinger and cannot see the evidence staring them glaringly in the face. I said this yesterday in my video when people want to accuse me of moral superiority. How morally superior do you have to be to somebody that is doing the shit that Colleen Ballinger is doing? Not that high. Okay, that baseline's pretty low. So we're giving congratulations to Tana Mongeau for coming out and speaking against Colleen Ballinger. Everybody should be speaking against Colleen Ballinger. Okay? But if we're going to hold her to that accountability, then what she came out and said about Colleen Ballinger, she should have the same energy with James Charles. The fact that she doesn't shows you she does not give a shit, okay, about victims of sexual misconduct. She doesn't care about minors. She doesn't care about that whatsoever, okay? What she cares about is being civil with people that she's going to see at parties so that she can keep her influencer life alive. And you know what? I think it's bullshit, okay? I think she's crap. That's why I think of Tana Mongeau. I'm not impressed. That's why I don't watch these Steamy Awards, because she was on it. I didn't want to see it. I don't got 4 hours to sit and watch her make foolish jokes about things that I take seriously, okay? If Ethan Klein wants to have her as a co-host on his show and he wants to co-sign off on having a predator protector on his show, that's fine, okay? If other people want to put him in their videos, hey, have at it. That's what you got to do. But Peter Monn over here, I ain't doing that on my channel, okay? I take this shit too seriously. I ain't doing it, okay? So, you know what? I respect Ethan Klein, but I think that was a real bad move to have Tana Mongeau. I don't care if he had her on there a year ago. She never called in and denounced James Charles. That should have been your first clue that she's bullshit, okay? And never have had her on the show as a co-host, number one. Number two, I would have kicked her off there the moment that you asked her about this shit and she couldn't take a stand on it. And said she wanted to be civil with James Charles, okay? You should have kicked her off the show that second. So why'd you have her on there, okay? Because it's edgy to have Tana Mongeau, somebody that you've called out, that you're friendly with on your show, on the award show. Is that what's important to you, or is the real issues important to you? Because that's disappointing to me, okay? Listen, people might get pissed off about my opinion. People might get pissed off about what I have to say over here, okay? But we're going to keep it real, especially with Tana Mongeau, okay? And this was bullshit, Tana Mongeau. You know, if she's struggling and she needs help, I hope she gets it, okay? But she's surrounded by enough people, including Ethan Klein and Jeff Wittick and Hila Klein and all them people out there that were on that show with her, okay? That if she's got that much problems, they should have pulled her aside afterwards and said, girl, we want to get you some help, okay? But if that ain't it, and they're just using her and all that kind of stuff, then they're allowing her to say being a predator protector on a live show, okay? She don't take a stand. Pissing in their face with that Trisha Paytas t-shirt. I mean, on and on and on. It's just, is it joke? Is it entertainment? I mean, this is where it gets so skewed, right? Then we have somebody like Ethan Klein that's coming out and really saying the right things about these issues, but then you got Tana Mongeau on as a co-host on your show. Like, it's so confusing to me. As a viewer, I don't get it. I really don't, okay? At all. So, is it serious? Is it not serious to you guys? I'm confused about it, you know? Anyway, that's what I think about Tana Mongeau. That's what I think about Jaclyn Hill. Woo! Man, I'm going to my meeting tonight. I need to find some peace and serenity in my life because this has got me heated. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below about all these topics. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.